Hello, everybody. This is Arwen Lewis, and you're listening to The Arwen Lewis Show. And today, my very special guest is songwriter, recording artist, singing drummer, and guitarist, Mr. Don Stevenson. Some of you probably know him best from the iconic rock and roll psychedelic heroes Moby Grape. And we're playing songs today from his album Limited Engagement Volume 1. And then we're going to talk about your song in a lot of ways, right, Don? You want to tell us a
Yeah,
little
that
bit about
um whereas thank you, Lord is just kind of an expression of my priorities or faith and family and those, but in a lot of ways it's like there everything is kind of so people are in their own echo chamber. Um and I'm not telling anybody anything new, so don't get me wrong. This is not a great revelation, but I do believe that there has to be kind of a centrist movement. There has to be, you can hate Donald Trump, but you can't hate the people that vote for him
it? Mhm.
because they're the same as you and I in so many ways. And I can't you can't hate the people that are going to cancel or have their beliefs that aren't in line with what you believe, just because that's what they think, because they think that and believe that as strong as whatever it is that you believe. So that in a lot of ways is kind of a centrist song. It just confirms how many things that we actually have in common. And there's just places where we need to get together to be able to communicate. Because if we don't, the main objection of both sides is to keep the other one quiet. Either agree with me or keep quiet, or else something bad will happen to you. So that can't be the future and the fate of a democracy. It can't turn you know, into that kind of a world, or you'd be living, one side is like living in the Soviet Union, the other side is like living with a dictator. You'd be afraid of what you say. So that we need people to come to the middle and to be able to talk and to be able to listen to other people and find ground that we all can agree upon. So
And I think that's a really beautiful message. And I mean, music, playing in a band, that's what you do, right? You listen and you talk to each other and you communicate and it's harmony, right? I mean,
yep, that's right.
um, and so speaking of music again, did you envision yourself ending up, you know, after, when you first started playing music, did you see yourself going on this crazy, amazing ride and keeping up with this your entire life and to have really made such a exceptional contribution to the American, Canadian, and European songbooks? Like, did you see
Yeah.
yourself going this far?
Um, you just like everything else, you just kind of do it as it comes. You take it as it comes. I actually thought when I retired from the business world that I was always playing music and always writing, stuff. But I thought I wanted to go in, because I have an original love for acting, and I had been in a theater group, and I just love theater.
Mm.
Um, but it just seemed like things fell in black in place for music. And I was, like I said, at a retirement age, all of a sudden I just had a refreshing in the area of inspiration and for music. So I went to Second City here and took comedy classes and took some acting classes, but it's just, it's just fun. But music is something that I can't help but want and can't help but do.
I mean, maybe you should join a rock opera. That'd be awesome.
There you go.
Well, this went by too fast, but we're out of time. But Don, thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been such a treat and an honor to talk about parts of your career and the amazing journey you've had. And thank you for sharing your music. Everybody, once more, my very special guest has been Don Stevenson, and you can find out more about him and his music at soundsweetrecords.com. And we're taking you out of the show with the featured song, his song "Thank You, Lord." We talked about that in the beginning, so if you're listening to the podcast, you can rewind and hear about that if you didn't catch it already. And that's from his album Limited Engagement Volume 1. And Don, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
And I can't tell you how happy I am to be able to spend some time with you. I will always be in your balcony cheering you on. I think you're a wonderful young woman, and I
Mhm.
wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you. And thank you for everything that you've blessed us with your music for your entirety of your career. And good luck at Massey Hall.
Yeah, say hi to your dad for me.
I will.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Or we don't have to. Okay. Yeah. Um, cool. Don, that was great.
Yeah. Thanks, Aaron. That was really good. Um, I enjoyed it. I just got this in yesterday. So
Oh,
that's the new album.
oh,
Yeah.
awesome. And I just put your CD in the mail finally that I mailed
Come on,
yesterday.
no, you didn't.
I swear I went to the
No,
UPS.
get
Here,
out of here. Come on.
watch. I think.
What? What?
Oh, actually, the tracking number I was going to